if you work with people who have back pain and you're in health or fitness and they just stump you and you just don't know what to do with them apart from just give them something to do that doesn't hurt, then I'm so excited about my new program and what it could mean for you and your clients. Everyone's got back pain these days. Everyone wants to exercise, everyone wants to move, but they don't want to address the issue and the elephant in the room, which is why they're getting back pain. And we're getting so many of our clients who come to us, and I'm a physio for those of you that don't know me, and have been for 30 years. And I do a heck of a lot of like clinical based Pilates rehab as well. And basically, within that remit, what people want is they want to get better, they want to get fixed, they want to get moving. They don't want to be told, actually, it's going to take you 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. They just want to get going. And a lot of them are skipping a few basic, important steps and going from zero to trying to smash their bodies in classes and trying to smash their bodies doing stuff. And listen, that is great if people feel that they can move and they can do stuff. What is a little bit concerning is that they're going from zero to hero, and they're starting with planks and they're starting with this, and then they're wondering why it gets sore and they're making themselves more irritable. So I have a program that I ran 2 or 3 years ago, and it was hugely successful with the people who were on there. Basically, the feedback I had was it really hit home about what the different back pain issues were and how they could impact how people move. And once you understood how people with different back conditions moved, you were able to then change things. So if you know that somebody with a disc problem is going to struggle doing, X, Y, and Z, then what you do is you say, okay, it's not because they can't do it, it's because this is stopping them and we need to do this step first. Or, if you're trying to get them to do something and their problem is extension, and then all you need to do is hang them a little bit further forward so that you're taking some pressure off their spine. It means just small little adaptations of what they're doing and how they're moving can have a massive impact in what they do. So the thought process for you guys is, would you be interested in a program that did that for you? I am revamping it and making it a lot more user friendly. So before it was ran via email. This time when I run it, I actually want to have it where you have lifetime access to it. So you don't need to be there. Everybody is pushed for time. Everybody is struggling with COVID. COVID is impacting how we do things, how we work, how we attend courses. So if we can take all that out of the equation for you, how would it be if you come on board for 8 weeks of training, 8 weeks of information that will run down exactly what the different back conditions are, how that presents. So if somebody has a disc problem, what that looks like, why are they leaning off to the side? Why are they climbing up their legs all the time? Why are they like, oh my God, my back's so sore? What is going on with that? Because what you'll find is some of the stuff that they do that makes them feel better. So specifically with discs now, some of the stuff that they do where they go, oh, if I lean away, it makes it feel better. So we automatically go, oh, we'll do more of that because it makes them feel better, is actually detrimental and worse to them, because what it's doing is allowing the issue to get worse. Some of the stuff that can be a bit ouchy and a bit pinchy can be some of the stuff that we actually need them to do. So, if you're understanding what's going on in the processes, then you're able to get better outcomes with your clients. When people come back to see me as a physio, what they're doing is they're coming back saying, I did boot camp, I did this, I tried to explain this, I tried to do this. And basically what's happened is I've got worse. I can do 2 sessions a week, but I can't do number 3. And if I do number 3 session a week, I just can't push beyond that. And what's happening is when they're working and when they're doing stuff, they're doing it and they're actually working, but they're doing it into a place that compresses them. So what they're doing is getting muscle compression and they're squashing the area down in their back. So when they load it even more, it's already loaded and it just can't cope. So it fails because it's sore. It doesn't necessarily mean that their back problem is getting worse. What it does mean is they're basically like they're getting a finger and they're squashing it down and pushing it, and then after a while that pinches and they get sore. So what we need to do is teach them how to do things in a way that doesn't load them and actually gives them some space. So understanding what the different conditions do and how the different conditions present is key in what your exercise choices are. I mean, obviously, I'm a physio by trade and I have been for 30 years. So if I have somebody that comes in and says, I've got a disc problem, I've got this, or I've got back pain, what's going on? My job is to have a look at it, see what they're presenting with, see what their clinical signs are, and then manage them from there. If you've got somebody who's coming in with back pain, you're not going to be looking at the people who have acute pain. You're looking at the people who have got fed up. Their pain may be quite stable or whatever. They just want to get moving and they just want to do something about it. And that's another kettle of fish completely, because they've had that problem for so long that their muscles have forgotten what to do. And when they try moving and they try and doing stuff and they're doing this higher level stuff, they might actually get a little bit sore. They might get worse. You're needing to look at them as the same as, somebody who's not done running before. You don't say, I want to run 5Ks, and you go out and smash it at 5Ks. You go and say, okay, I'm going to walk run. Then I'm going to run a bit more than I walk. Then I'm going to increase that so I'm running a lot longer than I walk. Then I'm going to start running more. And increment by increment, over a period of time, you hit 5Ks. Once you've hit your 5Ks, you just need to maintain. Building up core strength, glute strength, mobility, flexibility, and everything that goes along with managing a client who has back pain is exactly the same. Clients cannot expect to come in and do a massive boot camp day one, because their bodies have done nothing for however long their bodies have done nothing for. So if you would like to know the best way forward from looking at a client and how they move, being able to tell whether they're moving that way because it's their condition, or they're moving that way because they're just weak and sore and their posture is that way inclined, and how you can then best adapt and structure what you do with them to help them with that, then my program that is launching again in July is going to cover just that. We'll look at the major back pain conditions. We'll also look at how those people with those present and what they move and how they move and what they like doing and what they don't like doing. And then how to integrate that information into how you then manage them. Because what I see at the moment is clients come in and say, that hurts, so I just don't do it. That hurts, so I just don't do it. And what they actually end up doing is strengthening the stuff that's already strong, and the stuff that's weak just gets left, or the stuff that doesn't move just still doesn't move, and then it creates a bigger imbalance, which then means that they're actually worse off long term. So when we're managing clients, we need to have a client and we need to have a body that is well-rounded and balanced and functions and moves, and it's not biased in one side or the other. So we'll start in July, so July the 4th, beginning of July for 8 weeks. It's all online. So for those of you who are worried about having to take time out, it will all be online. And on top of that, you'll have lifetime access. So everything that we do will give you lifetime access to it. And you can clock in and clock out of the portal and the website whenever you need to. So if there's something there that you're not sure of, you can quickly look it back up. We'll have some Q&A sessions so that if you have a specific question such that you want answered, we'll try and address it in the Q&A. So there'll be a handful of Q&A sessions over those 8 weeks, and also an opportunity to have some discussion going in the Facebook group that will go along with the training. So full price is $597. At the moment, we're offering a limited number at $397. So those of you who want to jump in and get and access that at that price point, then message me, grab the link. I would love to help you help your clients more and have clients that come to you confident that you know a little bit more than the average movement professional or fitness professional, and you also know that what you're doing with them you're working within your scope of practice. And if you have a specific question, then you can hit me up during our time together, and hopefully we can answer them and get them ironed out for you. So excited, would love to have you on board. Message me if you think it's for you, and let's talk.